long, does it? Listen, 5-hour energy lasts a whole lot of hours, so you can get a lot done without refills. And it's packed with B vitamins and nutrients to make it last. So, don't just stand there holding your lattes, boys. Make your move.
We'll take the 5-hour energy.
Smart move. 5-hour energy. Hours and hours of energy.
Max Film, multi-purpose synthetic lubricant from Royal Purple. The easy spray answer to penetrate, lubricate, and leave a long-lasting film that protects. Forget old-school aerosols and break free with Max Film, multi-purpose synthetic lubricant from Royal Purple.
Does your phone share what you're seeing and hearing right now with a touch of a button?
This isn't solely our moment.
Droid does.
It's your classmates.
Does it post instantly to Facebook with sound?
One and all. And for a community that never,
Droid does.
never stop believing. This championship belongs to everyone.
Droid with color for Facebook. It's the ultimate status update. Get a Droid Razr Max by Motorola for only $199.99.
You saw it on side-by-side. Ryan Hunter-Reay, he's called into the team and said something has given way in the back of the race car, and he is nursing the number 28 into pit lane. You also saw Marco Andretti. He ended up taking a pit stop, and Rubens Barrichello, folks, is your 8th different leader right now. Kanan is in. Vince.
No changes in the 11. He had to come earlier today because they thought they had a tire going down, but that wasn't the issue. He still battled his way back, and he's running toward the top 5.
James Hinchcliffe makes his stop as well. He comes back out onto the racetrack. And here comes Barrichello after leading a lap at Indianapolis. The 40-year-old who had his birthday just last Wednesday brings his car down pit lane. So far, he has done a very good job. And guys, he got 33 laps on his last tank of fuel.
I find that shocking.
There's the 28 team going to work at the rear of the car trying to diagnose the problem. But for Ryan Hunter-Reay, it does not look good. Jamie?
And he just pulled it into the pit box. Everybody was keeping their fingers crossed. It was something they can fix, but he just turned the car off. Talking to Michael Andretti right now. We will get a word with Michael momentarily, Marty.
All right, thank you, Jamie. And there is Michael with a concerned look on his face. Let's go back on board.
I don't see anything here.
Oh, there it tells you. Remember, he said he was going along, and then something happened in the back. He was talking to his crew member.
That would have happened, what, another second later as turning. He was still going straight, just ready to turn into the corner.
P1, that's Dario and Dixon behind you for position.
Yeah, he just did my job for me, thank you very much, because Takuma Sato, after his pit stop, has the race lead, but right in his mirrors is Dario Franchitti, and not much farther back is the number 9. And that's Scott Dixon. All right, now this is where we're talking about the pressure. Sato knows he's got a 2-time Indianapolis 500 champion behind him. He's always had this propensity to sort of push when he shouldn't, and it gets him in trouble.
But he has 74 laps to go. And a long way to go.
It is a long way to go, but I think what Marty's point is you cannot forget that, and I'm sure he's being reminded by Bobby Rahal, his team owner, on the radio. Settle into a pace. Do not push. Remember, we saw earlier in the race him have a little bit of an off run and get a little bit high, and you can see now riding along with Dario Franchitti in his tired up machine, looking forward to Takuma Sato. A little bit different of line here. Franchitti getting his wheel down below the white line, now running directly behind. Probably just happy to sit here, as you mentioned many times, Eddie, just to sit back and save fuel.
A very important person right now in this duel we have is Sato's spotter. He has to make sure he tells him where Franchitti is at the track the whole time when he's going around. You don't want to get a surprise pass at the last moment.
Dario has not led a lap today, but he's closing in on possibly taking and changing that stat. Getting back to your question about Japanese drivers leading, Toru Takagi led 2 laps, it's easy for me to say, back in 2003. Ryan Hunter-Reay is out of the race car. And Jamie is caught up with Michael Andretti.
And Ryan Hunter-Reay's car getting pushed back to the garage. Michael, what was the problem there?
Looks like something in the rear upright, rear upright.
Hey, Ryan, early on you were complaining talking about a vibration, but was there any indication what happened there?
Yeah, I felt a different vibration coming in that time, and it felt like an engine vibration. It ended up being the CV joint in the back, with the drivetrain. So nothing you can do about that. The car was good. We were just waiting to trim out there a bit at the end and go for it. Trying to save fuel. That's so disappointing.
Started on the front row today, Marty, and you can bet they're going to relay that information to his teammates who are on the track.
Last year he did not qualify for the race. As you mentioned, started on the front row. The last time that happened, the guy to my right, Scott Goodyear, back in 1994 and 95. We've got to step aside for a moment as the race continues here at Indianapolis. There's your top 5. This is a word coming your way from your ABC station.
Every breath you take and every move you make, every bond you break, every step you take, I'll be watching you.
The next hit reality series will be directed by you.
I'll be watching.
The Glass House. Series premiere Monday, June 18th on ABC.
Summer's almost here.
Get ready to go, get ready to go.
Time to get ready at your local Ford dealer.
Get ready to go, get ready to go.
Get a fuel-efficient Ford with 0% financing plus up to $2,000 cash back. And make no payments for 90 days. Yep, 0% financing plus up to $2,000. Get ready for summer with America's best-selling vehicles.
Get ready to go, get ready to go.
Hurry, offers end May 31st.
Are you paying more and more for cable and enjoying it less and less? Stop paying for second best. Upgrade to Verizon Fios TV, internet, and phone for just $89.99 a month, guaranteed for 2 years with a 2-year agreement. Act now and we'll add a special bonus, $250 back. But hurry, this offer ends June 2nd. Unlike cable, Fios is a 100% fiber optic network that delivers America's fastest, most consistent, most reliable internet. Plus the best TV picture quality. Why keep paying so much for cable? Switch to Fios for just $89.99 a month, guaranteed for 2 years with a 2-year agreement. Plus your special bonus, $250 back. Save $600 in your first 2 years. But hurry, this incredible offer ends June 2nd. Call 1-877-707-FIOS. That's 1-877-707-3467. Or visit us online to save even more. Fios, a network ahead.
Let your smartphone work for you. Download the ABC2 app today.
ESPN's coverage of the Indianapolis 500 on ABC, presented by GoDaddy.com. Brought to you by Firestone, the first name in Indy racing, and Dove Men Plus Care for skincare built in.
Ah, what a beautiful view of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. This is sacred ground for motorsports racing, and our Helicam coverage of today's race brought to you by GoDaddy.com. All right, let's talk a little bit of strategy now on the top 5. Let's go up to speed. Let's check in first with Rick DeBrule.
Well, I can tell you right now, the country of Japan celebrating when Bobby Rahal came on the radio and told Takuma Sato, congratulations, you're leading the Indy 500. Well, that's the good news. The down problem right now is that he is out front. They've had to go to a fuel mixture that's burning a little more fuel to stay out front. Now, behind him, the reason they have to do that is Dario Franchitti, burning a little bit less fuel as a result. But they're so far very happy with everything, and you've heard from Chip Ganassi. He's ecstatic about the way things are going, and he thinks he's on the right strategy. Jamie?
Well, Marco Andretti just behind him in the 26th started this race fourth. He's led 59 laps today. The car has been pretty good, but as you can imagine, he is frustrated by this fuel situation with the Ganassi cars. They keep telling Marco, keep saving. You're doing great. Keep it up. Vince?
It's been a great day for Scott Dixon. He started 15th, the deepest he's ever started here at Indianapolis. He's led 34 laps and currently running in the top 5. Their fuel mileage mileage has been outstanding. He can go to lap 151. Graham Rahal is right behind him in the next spot, and Rahal running 5th. In fact, there are 4 Ganassi cars in the top 7 for Rahal running smoothly. They've got 2 more stops to go, but right now, real happy with their race car, Marty.
And quickly rounding out the top 10, it's J.R. Hildebrand, Charlie Kimball, Townsend Bell has poked his way into the top 10, Elio Castroneves, and Justin Wilson. Let's take a look at our Firestone lap leaders, as it has been a bundle today. A total of 8 different leaders. We've had 20 lead changes. If you're asking about the records, well, the most lead changes, 29 back in 1960. The most leaders, 12 back in 1993. Marco Andretti's led the most, but he's playing catch-up right now to that man, Takuma Sato, with 64 to go at Indy.
I'm here with Danica Patrick, driver for GoDaddy.com.
Great to be with you.
So, is it true that GoDaddy.com is taking you off of their homepage?
Huh? When it comes to registering domain names, building, and hosting websites, it's GoDaddy.com and Danica. What is that?
Build your website and vote Hinge for homepage. Now at GoDaddy.com.
Really?
Imagine winning something really cool. Better. No, imagine winning the chance to go for a ride with Mario Andretti. No. No, in a car. And he's driving. And it's his race car. And he's driving you somewhere exciting. More exciting. Like starting an Izod IndyCar Series race with Mario Andretti exciting. Cool, right? Now, imagine you won all that just from going to a website.
Great coffee, Steve.
But Mario's not there anymore. Go to shophonda.com to enter and check out the Civic, an official vehicle of IndyCar.
I was in South Korea, I was in Germany, I was in Iraq. I think the hardest transition as you get further in the military is you know it's going to end one day. And that's why I'm doing the job I'm doing now at Chase, helping them hire veterans through the 100,000 Jobs mission. Because Chase understands if you want an organization that's going to grow, that has a basis in ethics, and get the engine running again in America, why wouldn't you want to hire the veteran?
Chase is proud to help 100,000 veterans find jobs at home.
Tough on sweat. Not on skin. Get powerful 48-hour sweat protection plus quarter moisturizer technology only with Dove Men Plus Care deodorant.
You may come as schlubs, but you will leave with swagger. Exhibit A, khakis to work? What a schlub. Exhibit B, men, this is style in motion, and that's a playmaker. Style is a statement, gentlemen, and a statement we will make.
You're looking at the race leader at the Indianapolis 500. 140 laps completed, 60 to go. That is Takuma Sato from Japan. No man from Japan has ever won this race. A couple of our armed forces in attendance today, and the 500 is being broadcast live to 175 countries and territories around the world, seen by over 800,000 U.S. servicemen and women and their families, live through the American Forces Network. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for your service and are remembering all of you on Memorial Day weekend. You saw the cycle there on Takuma Sato. Now, in second place is Dario Franchitti, 1.4 seconds back. Marco Andretti has moved into the third spot, but he is another 3 seconds back. But Scott Dixon is close behind him in fourth. Let's get an update on Marco, Jamie Little.
Well, we've been talking about crew members. One of his crew members, the tire guy who doesn't even go over the wall, Rick Stevenson, was carted off. Meanwhile, Marco on the radio, very frustrated. He's having issues inside his race car.
And we are killing this right here. Okay, you're doing fine, though. Just hang in there. We're about halfway through this stint. You got plenty of tools that you need to protect it a little. The snow is vibration. Copy that.
Now you heard the key word there, vibration. Remember, we just talked to Ryan Hunter-Reay, his teammate who was out of the race, who said he too had a different kind of vibration. They're keeping an eye on the 26.
Well, and that's the worrisome thing, because once something happens within a team, you wonder if you might be next, because the way that the team builds the parts to put on the car, Eddie, you know, it could be just that the tires picked up some rubber, and in turn, it's actually going to go away once you put a new fresh set of Firestone Firehawks on it, or he is developing the same problem that Ryan Hunter-Reay had with the drive shaft, with the CV joint, the constant velocity joint, and it's now just starting to deteriorate.
And it's not just a question of the teams. This is the first time.
Right rear, is it cord? Oh my God, yes!
That's not a happy camper.
On the left side, it's Graham Rahal as he's making a pit stop here, working lap number 144. Vince.
Oh, he doesn't like it at all. They're really having some right rear issues today. They're going to put a half-turn front wing in it. He said it's almost undrivable. They've repeated it throughout the course of the day. Just some issues with that right rear.
So it's not just one group of cars. It seems like we're seeing it recurring. And we can tell you that Marco Andretti has peeled off, and he is coming down pit lane. Jamie, you're there, and keep an eye on that right rear.
Well, it's hard to gauge just how bad things are. Marco is always very passionate and very spirited on the radio, so he is very relieved to pit right now. Get rid of these tires. The team will be taking a look. I'm looking at the right rear. I don't see any cording or anything too bad, so they will look at that, and they'll know if it's the tire or if it was something internal.
No, Eddie, I didn't see anything wrong with that tire. It certainly wasn't down to the cords, because Firestone builds a great tire here. He'll get the answer here very quickly.
Still should be one more stop.
We can also tell you J.R. Hildebrand, Townsend Bell have made pit stops, and that's Sebastian Saavedra as he is slow on the warm-up lane, and wow, that could have been a little dicey as Marco comes around.
It's the second time Marco's had a problem on the warm-up lane.
Yellow's out. And the yellow has come out because Sebastian Saavedra is definitely in a bad spot, and this is where your spotter better help you. All right, get ready, because it's going to be a frenzy on pit lane, because we have 55 laps to go. They're the crews. Boy, they have got to be steaming in those fire suits. Stay with us. We're coming back. Our presentation presented by GoDaddy.com.
Most life insurance companies look at you and just see a policy. At Aviva, we do things differently. We're bringing humanity back to life insurance. That's why only Aviva rewards you with savings for getting a checkup. It's our Wellness for Life program with online access to Mayo Clinic. See the difference at avivausa.com.
Bum bum. 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 Bum bum.
Honda, proud partner of the...
Our fourth caution, and like we told you, was going to get a little hectic on pit lane. Takuma Sato, Franchitti, Dixon, the top three are stopping. Here we go. Let's check in with Rick.
Takuma Sato brings it in, complaining a little bit of understeer. They say they were going to put in a little bit of front wing. You see it right there. Meanwhile, you got Dario Franchitti, who's coming in. Now this puts him on the same strategy and same lockstep. No adjustment to the car, just getting all the Sunoco fuel in, and he's out. Vince?
Stop for the 9 car as well. They pull full of fuel, and off goes Scott Dixon. It's been a strong day for this group in the pits today.
There you see the service on James Hinchcliffe's car as he is finally serviced and back out. Other cars that are going on through. We'll sort out how everybody shapes up as we get ready for the restart here at Indianapolis, as we have a total right now of about 12 cars shown on the lead lap. We're going to go side by side. When we came in, it was Takuma Sato in front.
I have 3 daughters and my son, and then I have 11 grandkids. Right when you see them, they're yours. It's like, it's part of me. It's me again. Now that I'm retiring, they all have plans for me. I'm excited.
This is the story of an amazing journey. A journey that began back in 1911. The inaugural Indianapolis 500-mile race. Ray Haroon won that year. And as he crossed the finish line that day on his Firestone tires, he surely had no idea when he was starting. A legacy of guts, grit, and determination. On big tracks and small, famous and not so famous, we raced. And we raced to win. And over the years, the cars got faster, the crowds became bigger, and our passion burned brighter. Because you see, just like old Ray would tell you, or Mario or Al, Dario or Elio, once you get that checkered flag fever, you can't shake it. You can only feed it. Today, that passion continues to drive us. And while looking back on our journey is a source of great pride, the road ahead looks even brighter.
If you were a race car driver.
If you were a race car driver. If you were a race car driver. The track wouldn't be the only place you lived.
You'd start a racing dynasty.
Your car would be parked in my room.
If you were a race car driver, I'd be riding along with you. Your G-Force endurance would make astronauts jealous.
Now, if you were a race car driver.